Hi everybody, it's Diane. I am here with a final flip through of the Altered Magazine Junk Journal. It's technically what I called it, although I used it more as a glue book or collage book. You can call it whatever you want. I do have a playlist for this series, and the very first video I do show how I made it. It is not my original idea. I give links to the original people, but it is a magazine. It was a Food Network, but it was a magazine. And it has scrapbook paper over the cover now. The cover is the cover of the magazine. Most people would tie this or put in an eyelet. I don't have eyelets, and I'm just going to put it on a shelf anyway, so it's fine. I'm not tying it. If I ever made another one, I think I would just eliminate the flap for my purposes. But like I said, this is scrapbook paper. This is actually off an old envelope. I printed this off the internet and then used a dictionary definition there. The inside is also scrapbook paper. And this is a scrapbook paper journaling card. I used it like a book plate. Most of these collages do have videos, not every single one, but a lot of them do. This one does. This is all mostly older magazine. The irises were newer. This is a bag back here, this brown text. It was a sack I cut up. There's no theme to this book or anything. It's just what I felt like doing on that day. The size, in case you're interested, it's a normal length of a magazine, about 11, and then the pages are about 4 1/4 because you fold them in half and glue them down. That's a pretty cool size. I do like working narrow, and if you don't want to work narrow, you can use the whole 2 pages, and that's a good size too. I wound up with 17, I believe, pages. Like this is 1, this is 2. You can pull out as many pages as you want, or use a thicker magazine. The Food Network are not too fat. This is all magazine. I did not do a video of that. This one I did. Mostly magazine. There's some rubber stamping back there. Glaring. Magazine paper has a tendency to glare, doesn't it? I think this was a video. And then I did lap over a little bit. I did try, if it wasn't a full spread, to make the 2 pages at least look nice together. I did take that into consideration. This is mostly all magazine. There's a little bit of text there, but I think that's magazine too. Here's a full page thing. This is all magazine. Technically that's catalog. I think that's it. There's a little bit of paint. It's kind of neat. Kind of different. I think I did this by myself. It's a lot of old magazine. There's some washi tape. That's a scrapbook paper bird. These are scrapbook paper flowers. Kind of cool. Obviously I went with color. I do that a lot. If you know me, we did this together. All the colors are scrapbook paper. All the black and white are old magazine images. Now that's kind of neat. There's no words or anything there. It's just pictures, if you will. This is all old magazine stuff. This is a greeting card. This is off an old Avon box. The magenta back there is paint. The blue was cut up envelope. These flowers are paint. Some paint here. And obviously I sort of try to match those. Did this together. It's all magazine. Is it? Yeah, it is. For a minute I thought that was washi tape. No, all magazine. Oh yeah, I did paint a little bit because I didn't cut in real close with those flamingo's legs. It was too risky. did this together. That's Dorothy Dalton, an old actress. Rather, she's trying to say rather mod and Art Deco looking. And here we have a bunch of stuff. Yeah, this is pretty busy, isn't it? There's playing cards, actual seed packets, magazine, scrapper paper, wrapping paper, all kinds of stuff on this. I did both of these on camera. You know, a vintage style journal like this would be very cool. That's a playing card cut up. This is some sort of, I think it was on a collage sheet, but you know, like a copy, actual postage stamp off the internet. This Douglas Fairbanks Sr., some sheet music, some paint on this. Flowers. This is all magazine with the exception of this. It's out of an old book. We did that not too long ago. Very pretty. I think I did this by myself. I had this image for a long time out of a 70s magazine, and I decided to finally do something with it. The flowers and leaves here are wrapping paper. Everything else is either washi, construction paper, or magazine. This was a video. This was that one I did. It was a quiet video, so I didn't talk too much about it. There's paint back here and gesso, little rubber stamping, an old postcard out of a magazine, greeting card, magazine, some washi tape. It's kind of fun. These two I did on camera. This one I just sort of didn't know what to do and just came up with that. This one you saw not too long ago. It started with this ball chair image I had saved, and it turned into down to Earth living. Kind of neat. See, now these two pages, you know, they're not really similar or anything, but they look okay. The colors are kind of okay there. This was a sped up music video, so I didn't talk about it. It was a 2-page magazine ad, and I pieced it together quite a bit. There's paint to sort of join it together. You know, I painted like these leaves, these plants, these leaves, some of the white, added stars and a bird. So it was kind of, I did more than might look like I did. That's pretty. No words on that either. And here we have the last one I did recently. I found this word, and you know, it's the last page, so we're happy it's fall. Yes, I know that's not a real word, but it was in a real ad. This is one image back here, and then I added the bird and these flowers and this. So the inside here, I didn't really want to do a full spread type thing, so I just added some flowers and a bird. That's actually pretty. I was sort of trying to kind of match that. So there we go. So am I going to make another one? Not right now. I'm glad this is done, so I'm moving on. There's issues I didn't like for example, like, you know, this is kind of coming up in there. You know, big deal, but it bothers me a little bit. The pages I mentioned are folded and glued, and a couple times when I trimmed whatever off, I nipped it enough that it was coming apart. I had to re-glue it. That was a little annoying. It can be hard to work in a book. If I had my druthers, I would always use a board, but it's very cool to have a book when you're done. I will say I don't like the fact, and most of you are going to know that I'm going to say this, because they're all magazine pages, you know, with something already printed on them. It's forcing you to, in my opinion, to cover everything, or at least like here it's painted. That is actual magazine, original magazine behind there. But in my opinion, unless you just luck out and have something you really love on one of the pages, you have to cover all of it. And I'm not a real huge fan of that. You can sort of get around that, like this. I could just piece in white or a color. It doesn't have to, have a pattern everywhere. But like I said, it's sort of, to me, it's forcing you to do something with every inch of that space because it has printing and stuff on it. So I didn't really like that. But I do like the size. I think it's cool. It's, in a way, it's kind of free. If you already have a magazine anyway. So that's kind of fun. And you do wind up with a nice finished product, I think. Okay, there it is. All done. Hooray, hooray. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a nice day out there.